Good morning, guys. Welcome to reading class. Making predictions is our review today. Remember that a prediction is a guess. A guess, it's something you say when you don't know, you are not sure about it. So when I go, imagine that your mom is not at home. So you guess, oh, I think she's working. You're guessing. What happened if she's not working? Maybe she went to the supermarket, or she is in the beauty salon doing the hair. See? Or she went to a restaurant to buy.
Work right now.
You predict, you guess, okay, you guess based on previous information, because you say, well, when mom is not at home, she's working. If she's not working, well, maybe she went to the supermarket, or maybe she went to drink a coffee with friends, some friends. Okay, so that's a prediction. You are guessing because you are not sure. You are not sure where your mother is. A prediction, so it's a guess you make about something that might happen in the future. Don't play with the camera, Alan. So make a prediction, as I said before, is a guess. You make using text or picture clues to help you. You make a picture in your mind. You visualize it. So before you read, look at the title. An illustration. During reading, you have to stop during reading, okay? So you already know what is happening in the story, the beginning of the story. So you have to stop the reading, and then you're gonna start predicting. You are gonna begin imagining what is going to happen next. Then you stop again and you continue reading. After you read, you have to go back, confirm or adjust your prediction. Remember what happened in the storm? We predict that the family is in the house, having some breakfast or having lunch, and happily a tornado comes. And the disaster happened, of course. So that was the predictions at the beginning. So when we finish the story, we confirmed that our prediction was incorrect, because in the house where's not the family, just Jonathan. Mom and dad were in another place, but not at home when the tornado came. So that's what we did when we finished the reading. We have to confirm or adjust. We have to evaluate. We have to check if our predictions are correct or incorrect. Okay? Predicting makes reading interesting. Look at this one. I predict the text is going to have kings and queens in it because there is a picture of a castle on the front cover. I predict the text is going to be about knights, castles, and medieval times because the title says night time. I predict the text is going to be a fiction because it starts with once upon a time. Había una vez. I predict the text is going to be set in the Middle Ages because I know that knights and castles were common at that time. Just all of these predictions, all of these guessings are based just on the front cover, solo en la portada, on that title in the picture. That's it. Now, so we need to start prediction with the words. I think I am using the cover to help me. Or I predict, okay, those are the words we need to use. Now look at this one, predicting outcomes. I predict this, and this because this. So you need to base your predictions on previous information. Or I think this, and this because this, and this. Now look at this short story. Read each story beginning. Then fill in the circle next to the sentence ending that marks the most sense. Brandon woke up excited and happy. The sun was shining. It was a perfect day for a trip to the beach. After a few seconds, Brandon jumped out of bed, or Brandon rolled over and went back to sleep. You make up. What do you think, class? 1 or 2?
2. Two.
The two. He rolled over and went back to sleep.
No, no. The one.
The one?
First. Yes. One.
First one? Yeah,
Yes.
makes sense because says that he woke up excited and happy. We roll over and went back to sleep when we woke up tired, maybe a little bit grumpy, but definitely not excited. So we roll over and went back to sleep again.
For
the
example,
first
you
one-
wake up excited because, for example,
first
it's
one.
Christmas. It's Christmas. It's your birthday.
Or it's your birthday, you wake up excited, and look,
Because they're
says
gonna
that's-
give you gifts.
you are
They're gonna give you a cake.
because your expectations, you have an expectations about the day that is gonna be an amazing day because it's a special day for you. In this short reading, short beginning, in this beginning says the sun was shiny. It was a perfect day for a trip to the beach. So after a few seconds, Brandon jumped out of bed. Number two, Maggie knew a storm was coming. The sky was gray. A strong wind began to blow. Thunder rolled. Maggie decided to go outside and play, stayed inside with her family.
Go outside and play.
She decided.
No, the B
stayed inside with her family because says that the sky is gray and a storm is coming. So she's not gonna go outside and play. Definitely no. And the number three,
the one.
D was ready for the dance. The dance show.
The one.
She had done her steps over and over. She had done her step practice and rehearsal, the routine of dance. Before the show, she felt sure of herself. She smiled as she came onto the stage. Then B forgot all the dance steps. The one. Let me listen to Hazel Santiago, please. Hazel?
Did the dance well.
Yeah, she felt sure about herself. She smiled because she had done her step over and over and over. She practiced a lot, and it was enough to do the dance well. She didn't forget the steps. No, it didn't happen. Okay. Now, I have a worksheet here. Make a prediction. Jenny and Rachel. So after reading each story, predict what will happen. Choose the best option. This one is says two lines. Jenny and Rachel were excited about going to the beach. They set up their chairs and towels. Then the wind picked up. Rachel looked up and saw big gray clouds. What it would be the prediction? The girls had a great day at the beach. It began to rain. The girls got out their kites and began to fly them. What did they do?
The letter A.
A. The girls had a great day at the beach.
B.
Yes.
Huh?
It began to rain.
Rain. Okay. Hazel says letter B. And Santiago letter A. So we got two options. So let's reread.
Miss, I got the
Let's
letter.
reread this.
Miss, I think is the A.
The A. Let's reread what it says. Jenny and Rachel were
that's C, Miss.
C. Let's reread it so we can take the final decision. Jenny and Rachel were excited about going to the beach. They set up their chairs and towels. Then the wind picked up. Rachel looked up and saw big gray clouds. So the girl had a great day at the beach? Or it began to rain? Or the girls got out their kites and began to fly them?
That's C.
And the rest of the kids, I already got Hazel, Santiago, and Crystal opinion. You're guessing their prediction. What about the rest of the students? Look how many we are. You are 16. I need to listen the rest of the students.
Miss, I answer.
What is your answer?
I said A.
A.
I said A.
Wait a minute. Okay, so I have for A, one here, and the rest of the kids. Maria, Fernanda, for example, Daniel, Ana, A. C.
The A.
You already say the A. Ana, A. A. Okay, let's choose A. And then we're gonna check. Remember the rest of the kids. Who says B and the two kids that says C. We're gonna check that later. Number 2, Karen needs to bake a cake. She mixed it up and put it in the oven. The doorbell rang and it was her friend Brittany. They went outside to play Karen. Oh, sorry. I forgot the period here. Karen needs to bake a cake. She mixed it up and put it in the oven. The doorbell rang and it was her friend Brittany. They went outside to play. Karen forgot all about the cake. So the cake burned. Karen and Brittany enjoy eating the cake after the game. House caught fire. Oh my God. Say A just one time because if it is the same student saying A, someone says B.
The B means the B.
C.
The B.
B.
The B.
A.
The B.
But if it is the same, I don't want the same student saying B, B, B. So please say your letter just one time and close your microphones when after your participation. A.
The B.
C.
C.
No.
A.
No.
Okay.
A.
Most of you say A. Remember your answers. 3. Timmy left his toy race car on the stairs. Dad came down the stairs carrying a big heavy box. He did not see Timmy's race car. So Dad slipped on the car and fell. Dad stopped and picked up the car. Timmy helped Dad carry the box.
The letter C.
C.
The letter C.
C, miss.
A. Someone, Hazel says A.
C.
Yeah, but say the letter just one time.
The B.
B.
The C.
The C.
C. Okay. Grandpa and Greg were fishing. When they got to the middle of the lake, they stopped the boat and threw in their hooks. Greg felt a hard pull on his line. He tried to reel it in, but it was pulling so hard. Then, splash. Greg reeled in the big fish. The fish jumped out of the water. Greg fell into the water.
The B. The letter A.
Letter A and B. Another one? Another one? Opinion?
The A.
A.
The B.
B.
No, the A.
The A.
Okay,
The
will
B,
be
The B.
A. Will be A. 5. The old dog snoozed in his doghouse with nothing but his big nose poking out. The cat crept closer and closer to the big bone that the dog had only half finished. When the cat was only a few inches away and certain that she was going to have a fantastic lunch, a low rumble burst forth from the dog house. It grew louder and louder, and the dog's nose began to switch. Just as the cat reached for the bone, the dog woke up. The dog let out a loud snore.
The letter,
The dog rolled over.
the letter B.
D
C.
or B. B.
B.
A. I need other opinions because this one is a matching. Está empatado. Iris, where are you?
B.
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 B. Alan.
Okay, B will be.
B.
B. 6. As the moon slid out from behind the clouds, the old house, widely believed to be haunted, estaba embrujada, stood out against the black night like a silhouette. Frank crept closer and closer to it. Behind him, the school bully, Roger, who had dared him to go into it, edged him on with thumbs. Frank thought he saw something moving in the window. Trembling with fear, but determined to earn Roger's respect, he climbed the steps up onto the ancient and rotting front porch. Behind him, Roger was killing himself with laughter. With a creak, the door of the house flew open. What happened? What do you think is gonna happen? Frank ran away. Frank entered the house. Roger continued laughing.
B.
The letter B.
The letter C.
The
letter C.
The letter B.
B.
A B. The
B. B. Okay. In a moment in the reading says that he wants to earn Roger's respect. 7. Tommy was walking down the street when the neighbor's dog started barking at him through the fence. It was a big dog and Tommy never liked him. He walked over to the dog and started calling it names and yelling at it. The dog barked at Tommy. Tommy picked up a stick and began poking the dog through the fence. Poking. Stick. Una stick es como una vara. So he started poking the dog. That's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. When someone calls you, and sometimes we do this, with a finger, we do this. We are poking. That's poke. Poke with the finger, or poke with a stick, or I poke my classmate that is in front with a pen. Poke. That dog yelled, and Tommy thought this was really funny. Then the dog pushed against the gate, and it flopped open. Say that poking the dog was not a good
The
idea.
letter A.
So Tommy continued poking the dog. The fence was open. The gate was open.
The letter A.
You know what A?
Tommy continue poking the
What
dog.
is a gate? What is a gate? What is The gate is el box. And it was open. So Tommy continued poking the dog. The dog attacked Tommy. Tommy began to pet the dog.
No.
Which one?
A. A. A.
Another one.
B.
B.
The A.
So A will be. A will be. Betty's tooth had been sore all day. Le ha estado dolido todo el día. Sore all day. It was one of her last baby teeth. Baby teeth son los dientes de leche. I don't know. It was very loose. When she sat down to eat her lunch, her tooth was so sore that she didn't want to eat, but she was so hungry. She grabbed a big red apple from her lunch tray and sunk her teeth into it. She tasted blood. What happened? Betty had cut her lips. Betty's baby tooth had fallen off. Betty bite her tongue.
The letter B.
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 The letter B.
B. Alan.
B. You got some mistakes. At the beginning, you got some mistakes. So there are things. It was a hot summer day and Kylie had just bought a popsicle. This is a popsicle from the ice cream man. As he was about to open the popsicle, his mom called him in the house to talk about his progress report. Kylie put the popsicle down on the porch and went to talk with his mother. 20 minutes later, he came back outside to get his popsicle. Some clouds had moved and now the sealed popsicle was sitting directly in the sun. Kylie picked up the package and ate his frozen popsicle. Realized the popsicle had completely melted. Realized that inside the package was empty.
I think that is the letter B.
Letter B. The popsicle was completely melted. Another opinion?
B.
B. Who else?
B.
B.
B. Alan.
Okay. B. Alan. Last one. Katrina had been starving ever since she was thrown out of the castle. She had not eaten in days. As she walked by the market, the smell of roasting lamb es cordero asado, and chicken, roasting lamb and chicken, cordero y pollo asado, caused her mouth to fill with saliva. She wondered how much longer she would last without food. A bread wagon rolled past. It swerved suddenly to avoid a child who had run across the road. As it swerved, a small loaf of bread fell from the truck and landed on the dusty ground. The end of the load was in a puddle. A puddle in this case is como un charquito de agua. Katrina looked around and noticed that nobody was watching. Then she picked up the bread and threw it in the garbage. Then she ate a loaf of bread and she hid the bread so she could eat it later. So this
The letter C.
is a piece of bread.
C.
But it has a mistake. Es un loaf, no un loaf.
The letter A. The letter C.
C. Another opinion? That's it?
B.
Letter C.
The letter B.
Letter C.
The letter C.
Okay, most of the students says letter C. Let me tell you that at the beginning you got mistakes. Okay, this one is correct. This one. She hid the bread so she could eat it later. This one, yes. She realized the popsicle had completely melted. This one, yes. Betty's baby tooth had fallen off after she bite the apple. This one, if you are poking a dog and the dog is barking at you, si lo está ladrando y usted está puye y puye, and then suddenly you realize the gate, el portón where the dog is open, you're not going to continue poking the dog if the dog is barking at you. The dog definitely will attack you. Lo va a atacar. Usted lo está molestando. Here. Entered. Frank entered the house. He definitely wants to earn Roger's respect. This one, the dog. Oh, remember this cat was bothering. So the dog walked up. Grandpa and Greg were fishing. Look at this one. Maybe Grandpa, they got in the middle of the lake, feels a heart full of his line. Oh, I have a lot of noise. A lot of noise. Greg fell a pool, a hard pull on his line. He tried to reel it up, but it was pulling so hard. So Greg fell into the water. Timmy left his toy car. This one. Timmy didn't help Dad. Dad sleep on the cart and fell. Se resbaló because he was going down the stairs with a huge load, with a big box, so he couldn't see the car that was on the stairs, the toy car. He slipped, se resbaló y se cayó. This one is correct. That cake burned, definitely. She went outside and played. That cake burned. Here, look, you got 4 out of 10. 10, Rachel, Jenny, and Rachel. Oh, here, and Hazel says, it began to rain. It began to rain. It was here, your clue. She saw big gray clouds. Grandes y grises nubes. You are not gonna have a great day at the beach. It's gonna rain, definitely. So you need to pay close attention to little details because you didn't listen to the reading. I know that it was a lot, but you need to pay more close attention, okay? Thank you, guys.